Time for a twins pod.
Then I'm getting sucked off.
Yeah.
We started taking mushrooms, right? Psilocybin and stuff, right? And then the lady that gave it to us, it was out of Colorado,
What's
right?
a lady? Don't confirm the gender.
What is it? It's not illegal, right?
I don't think so.
Well, if you're in Oregon, it's not, or Washington, but it
That's where I
is
get it from.
federally illegal. That's one of the things RFK is working on, is kind of paving the way so that, in particular, veterans can use it to heal.
Right. Okay. Well, we used it when we was in Colorado. It's legal there, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, we was in Colorado just to take it. And she told me when you take it, just take a drop. So Kevin's like, hey, I'm going to give you a drop.
That wasn't mushrooms, though. It was
That was LSD.
LSD.
That's LSD.
Right.
yeah, that's legal in Colorado, right?
What?
It's not legal?
I hope so.
Hey, Keith,
I'm just
we
kidding.
didn't take LSD. It was like an imitation of LSD. Yeah. So we was like going to take it. So Kevin, he said, lift your tongue up. And he put a couple of drops of this fake LSD up under my tongue. But it was only supposed to be a drop. And he said, oops, I put a little bit too much. I said, how much? He said, I think you got like 2 or 3.
Oh.
Yeah. That's like, okay, well, I don't feel nothing. So I put a drop up under his tongue. Yeah. And then, I would say, oh, you gave me more than 1 drop. Because I gave you 3, so you gave me 3. Well, I don't know how many you give me, because that fake LSD you put up on my tongue, dude, I was running. I could not sit still.
Okay, yeah, the LSD can do that, for sure.
Dude, I was just laying in bed trying to go to sleep. I just wanted to get up and just run through a wall.
Yeah, there's no going to sleep, bro. There's no going to sleep.
Yeah, I don't think I gave you 3 drops. I think I gave you like 7 or 8.
Yeah, good thing we did this in Colorado. And it was
You're
fake
lucky
LSD.
you're lucky it was good. I'll put it this way. Many years ago, I did LSD, what I thought was LSD 8 times. And I was like, wow, this is cool. I can handle this. I like this, Right. And then I thought it was the same stuff. I was doing blotter. Blotter acid. So it was just.
I never heard of that.
It's white paper. It's like paper that absorbs the LSD.
Oh, okay,
so you can have different images and stuff, and different names for it, etc. But we thought we were getting the same stuff. No, it was not the same stuff. The other stuff was like mild stuff that was made by an amateur. The other stuff that we got, this new stuff that we didn't know, we thought it was the same, was made by Grateful Dead heads from San Francisco. People that really knew what they were doing, and they quadruple dipped the blotter. So that means that 1 hit is technically 4.
Oh, man.
And it's really powerful LSD, really potent stuff. And so thinking that it was the same other stuff, I took 2. Buddy of mine took 3. Another buddy took 4. And we're all thinking it's the same stuff. Oh, no. Within the first 45 minutes, I was tripping harder than I'd ever tripped in the previous 8 trips combined. I was like, what did I do? What did I take? My brain felt like somebody spilled an energy drink on the circuitry of my mind and was sparking everywhere. And the world was made of layers of digital Legos.
Right. You know what's weird
Crazy.
about that? I've been on caffeine, you're jittery. The energy is similar, but I crashed really hard on caffeine. I didn't crash on that fake LSD I took in Colorado.
Well, no, because one affects the central nervous system one way and another one another. I mean, the LSD, you guys, it affects your body on a microgram level. Okay, that's like fentanyl, essentially potency. Fentanyl is measured on micrograms, right? So something like the size of a grain of salt could kill you. Right? With LSD, it isn't going to kill you. You're just going to trip out hardcore.
I got a lot done that day. I cleaned my whole house.
I bet you did.
And I got a big ass house. It's that stuff. It's like illegal a lot of places, but it has so many health benefits for your brain. It can I was looking at a lot of podcasts and very reputable people say it could rewire your brain.
What, LSD?
Yeah, LSD.
Well, psychedelics in general. So let's talk about that, because we're sitting here talking about the funny elements too, but let's talk about the medical applications, because that's actually what shamans have been using it for thousands of years. Okay, somebody will come to them and they're really depressed. They don't know what to do with their lives, right? Or they just lost a loved one or whatever, right? And the shaman will say, okay, well, they'll have the person go through a couple of days of fasting or something, something like that. And then they'll give them the medicine, they'll guide them through it. And the idea here is that, in particular, let's say depression or anxiety, what we're talking about is cyclical neurological patterns that are just continuously on repeat. And you keep somebody locked into a certain brain pattern, therefore a certain pattern of behavior. right? Therefore, certain neurochemicals are being produced based on that brain pattern repeating over and over and over again, right? So this is how people get in deeper and deeper states of depression or higher and higher levels of anxiety. So what the LSD, or in particular, let's just talk psilocybin because it's much safer to use psilocybin, which is the mushroom. What mushrooms do is they actually cause all of the neurons in the brain to start connecting to each other. So it creates hyperconnectivity in the neurons in the brain. So that means that pattern, that cyclical pattern gets disrupted. You see, and now there's more information being processed through the brain. And that more information is allowing for new neurological relationships to develop. And then when you come down, that old pattern is gone and you have this like almost like this new identity. You see? And so what the other pharmaceutical drugs that treat depression or anxiety do is they lock the brain in that chemical state. They lock the brain in that neurological pattern. You see?
You get dependent on the drug.
Well, yes, and also the serotonin. The serotonin is not. What's happening with the psychedelics is they are perturbing brain chemistry. Okay, what that means is that, for example, with psilocybin, it blocks the serotonin 2 pathway in the brain, which basically means that if serotonin goes down Main Street normally, well, now psilocybin is blocking that traffic. So now serotonin has to go down First Street or Second Street
Has
or
to
whatever.
build new pathways.
Yes, and that process is causing the serotonin to build up, and then dump all at once, and then build up and build up and build up and dump all at once, and that's the trip. And so the more psilocybin you take, then the longer that stuff stays in your brain, the longer it's clogged, the longer your trip.
Okay.
Does all that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, the highest we got was 200 micrograms.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Well, with
not
LSD or with psilocybin?
Psilocybin.
Okay, yeah, that's micrograms is 200 micrograms. That's nothing.
Yeah, but it was, I know. That's what everybody tells me. But that was fake LSD. It wasn't real stuff.
I'm very sensitive to stimulants, so I can't take much. I know people like I came across a video with
Jordan Peterson.
Jordan Peterson said he took 8 grams of mushrooms,
Good for him.
and he said he saw his DNA.
Yes. I've been there.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, I've done.
We got a new giveaway, 47 Inauguration Edition. Ram, Diesel 2500 Heavy Duty, We the People 47 Edition. If you're in our contest today, we give you 5 times the interest. That means for every $1 you spend, you get 5 times the interest. So if you spend $5, you get 25 interest. That's $30. Now that's 30 interest. 5 times 5 is 25. You blacks. Just go to officialhearttwins.com. Anything you buy from the site, get you automatically. Yeah, enter the win. Yeah. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. See official rules for details. Yeah.